And today's episode is going to be about customer service and the importance of it and the lack of.
Tap in.
Leave us a comment below.
Let us know.
Welcome to the Barber Game Podcast. I go by the name of DJ Meek Chops.
Hey, people, this is Smith.
What it do? This is Marcus.
This is the Barber Game Podcast.
Customer service.
Hello.
Thank you. Come again. Is that good customer service? I feel like it is.
It is.
I feel like it is. It makes me want to come again.
Does
Pause.
it? Oh, God.
Pause.
Does it?
Low key. Like I want to hear him say that again.
It's welcoming.
Thank you. That's good customer service. There's a lot of things that have they would be considered like marvels. These people like that have reshaped the way business is conducted all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you watch like The Founder. Like they would talk about like
Yeah.
the fries.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Would you like fries with that? It's like because the
original guy. Yeah.
exactly. So it's like when they added that to their like
He
machine,
took that very seriously
he's
because
so-
he was all about customer service.
Yeah, it don't feel like that anymore these days.
Not
at
at all.
McDonald's. But it's like it's a very serious thing. But,
Yeah.
I think that there's certain little catch lines when it comes to customer service. We're in the service industry and we know this, but it's like we need to. I think we could all learn from every one of those. You know what I'm saying? What's your experience with that? What do you think, Marcus?
I've never seen The Founder, so I have no idea what you.
No,
guys
I'm
talk
saying
about.
like just like in terms of like little things. Like, do you ever notice like anything? Because I feel like you're a high end consumer, but like now you kind of geared more towards online.
Nah,
No,
I don't really buy a lot of things anymore. I don't buy shit.
No,
I really don't.
No?
For like 2, 3. I haven't bought shit for like 4 years, really.
you be going over here to do.
I mean, a shirt, $50 shirt. It's like,
Well, I'm
it's
saying
like,
that customer service is it crucial to you?
to me, nah,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, like it is, but like shopping, I put my headphones in, bro. I don't even want to be talked to.
Oh, okay.
I don't even.
How
wanna
about like for service? Like if
If
you go.
I eat restaurants,
Yeah.
definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely now that I will say I spend money on like a nice meal, and if I'm spending good money, yeah. If your customer service is whack, I'm probably not coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no fat tip. You know what I'm saying? None of that. So yeah, definitely I feel that.
Yeah.
And then like you said at the shop, we pretty much the same. We ain't high end, but we giving out service. So like yeah, definitely important. I think the way you speak to people,
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to address them. You got to validate them when they walk in. Ask them, how can I help you?
Yeah.
All of that.
All crucial. All of
Yeah.
that's crucial. So then in that case, it's like that is what customer service is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of those things. If you don't give me your undivided attention,
Right.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I think customer service, like, all right, say like 10 people walk in, I'm the only one here. You can't give you the undivided attention. You know what I'm saying? You're making sales, bro. So it's like, just
But you can acknowledge them when they walk in.
like say what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can I help you? Don't be on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just be friendly. You know what I'm saying? Just be friendly. Don't be a dickhead or asshole. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got them a bad day, like don't let that shit rub off on me. I'm only here for like 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Right.
That's probably what I would think of more customer service, like the vibe, when I walk in the door, what you gave me. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
what about you?
for me, customer service is like professionalism, patience, and people first, At the end of the day, especially in service, they're coming to you, and how you treat, you have only like a second to make a good impression, and you want them to come back to you, so why not treat them appropriately or how you want to be treated? They open the door, hi, how are you? How can I help you? And then be like, okay, be with you shortly. Whatever. Just let them know that eye contact.
Yeah, I agree with all those things. And I think those things are determining factors if you're going to have any retention on it.
Right.
And they're not going to come back, like you said, if you don't acknowledge those things. You don't make sure you kind of like run through like a little checklist. You know what I'm saying? Some people would be like, oh, I have a little regime or a little speech that I just give people. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like if it's short and sweet and, you know what I mean, make sure you're hitting all those things, you good. Now let's translate it for the barbershop.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think first things first, consultation and greeting.
Right.
Off top.
Greeting and then consultation.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the top
Yeah.
tier. Like, you come into the shop and you not greeted, that's just crazy off top. And I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, with the newer guys, some of them, you know, a little scared to talk, a little more timid. You know, they don't have any customer service experience. I worked a lot of sales. I worked clothing retail. I worked Starbucks. I worked all kind of different retail jobs. So it was easy for me to talk to people. Like, look them in the eye. You know what I mean? If it gets to a handshake situation, you know, nice firm handshake, all of that. So that came second nature. So in the barbershop, it translated really easy. Mm-hmm. But I noticed that the people that don't come from, or they just, you know, this is their first job. Mm-hmm. They're really technically sound, really good at cutting hair, but don't have the capability of, you know, circumnavigating with people. It's just, you know,
communicating.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the thing too. Like, customer service, you don't even gotta cut really good hair, bro. Like, if you got good customer service, you can just be regular, like below average, and still build a clientele. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're filthy and you just cocky and you're not really like doing any other shit, it's not gonna work like that. Like, even if they want to fuck with you, they're gonna stop fucking with you at some point. They're gonna find someone that's doing what you're doing but better. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna rock with that.
Yeah.
It might be more expensive, but they're not gonna rock with it. You know, like, I see it. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, I don't know. I can't explain it.
I just don't understand how some barbers can be just so rude, you know?
yeah.
And sometimes I'm looking, I was like, one day someone is going to punch the fuck out of you, and I'm going to sit here and just wait.
You're not,
And
you're
I'm not going to be
you're not
surprised.
gonna hop in?
No, I'll just let it happen because they deserve it at
Wait,
that
you just gonna
point.
keep cutting, or you?
I might go to back and get the first aid kit.
She ain't even gonna say stop.
No.
She ain't gonna do nothing.
Because some people are just so rude, and I think there's a fine line when, or maybe it's a thick line, I don't know, but when clients come in and you want to go with the jokey joke and make the client almost feel dumb because they're saying something that's not sounding good, you know, but then you're also hurting yourself at the end because now you made them feel dumb, and they're not going to come to you or ever back to the shop because you left a bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah, I think it's important to make sure we talk about most of the positive stuff first.
No,
Let's
I
just
know,
talk about
but
the
that's
positive
also
stuff first.
that's bad.
We're gonna get to that
Okay,
one. We're gonna get to that
okay.
one. But it's like I feel like it's important to make sure we
Okay.
just talk about the good stuff first for a second, because you know what I mean. I mean, we just fall into that too much. You know what I mean? It's this early. I'm not trying to do that this early.
Okay,
Mess.
whatever.
She thought I'm getting cats knocked out. I'm not trying to do that.
I mean, okay.
But it's right. It's a fact.
I know.
I didn't say I want them to. I said if it happens, I can understand why it happens.
But I'm saying action reaction. So I think if we give people the tools to make sure that doesn't happen to begin with, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but then some people, maybe they don't. I like to put myself in a consumer point of view. You
Right.
know, I'm a consumer too, so I want to be treated right. So I'm going to treat people right. You know, and if I can sense that a client is maybe intimidated when they walk in, or if they don't know who is their barber, I'm not going to make them feel even weirder. I'm just going to be like, hey, how can I help you? Do you have an email confirmation? What's your name? So I can do, reverse whatever. And it's just problem solving.
Yeah, that's pretty much the first 3 things I ask them when they get the door. Like, you got an appointment? Do you know who it's with? What time? Mm-hmm. No, there's an email. You got an email? Check your email real quick. Pull it up. It should tell you. Because most of the time, they ain't got no appointment. We got people that try to slide in and say they got an appointment when? Right now type shit, And show me the email, man. And then you got the email. So you knock those things out.
Yeah.
That's quick, 30 seconds, and now we know what's going on. Everybody figured it out.
So that's what I mean. You got like a checklist. You know, like 1, 2, 3. Like you're booked out. You're high demand barber. You too, high demand barber. So you got 10, 15 appointments in the day. It's a Saturday. These cats come in, like you said, they're trying to sneak in, and you ain't going for it.
Yeah.
You've literally snuck a couple people in, and then next thing you know, you're behind 15, 20 minutes the whole day. And it's not fair.
Right.
So for you, and then it's bad customer service for you to do that to all your customers.
Yeah.
On top of that. So we can kind of agree that it is one of the most important things. Like you said, technically cutting, that's what people are coming for. Mm-hmm. But if the customer service is bad, it's definitely bad.
And then you jeopardize the whole shop, not just your clientele, you know? And maybe not just your location, but however many locations you have, you're just putting a bad taste in people's mouth. Like, I had a bad experience at Shell, and I have never been back to Shell since 2004.
That's crazy.
Okay? So, am I being petty at this point? Probably, but I just don't want to, you know? So, if I feel that way, imagine a client coming in for a haircut that's service-based and not gasoline.
Yeah.
So
that's a necessity.
You got to know your bench, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to know what's going on in your bench. If you got to, you know what I'm saying? You should know what everybody's doing on the bench. If they're waiting, if they're walking in, if they came with their homie or something, like, because there'll be walk-ins and no one even know they're walk-ins, You got to, like, be able to know what's going on. That's just in that first 30 seconds when they hit the door. Boom, you walking in.
And also, like, what do you call it? Like, process of elimination, like, be aware, like, who you should know who in your shop, how, like, what their appointment time is, if certain people are on a 45-30 hour, whatever. And so when clients come in, you look at the clock, you see everyone is busy, you can't kind of figure out who's with whom and who's going to be with you. So process of elimination should be part of your thinking, just to make it easier for everyone.
You learn clients too, like who's going with who most of the time, so you know.
Yeah.
So it's like who's new, not new, or who is new. You know who doesn't come here all the time. So like if they hit the door, you don't recognize them. For sure, hit them.
Yeah.
For sure, hit them. You know what I'm saying?
Or kids or teenagers or husbands that come in like, my wife booked the appointment. Like, okay, so she probably booked it under her name. Is this her name? Like, just
simple question.
Stuff like that does happen a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. When this shop was like all the way, it used to happen a little bit more often. Because I'd be back here, or if I'm in the front, somebody just walk straight in, sit right here to the back. And the next thing they sat there for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh, like they were greeted, but we didn't know whether
who
they were
with.
walking in or so. And now in a smaller, more, I would say like more intimate situation, it seldomly happens now. You know what I mean?
For us, we have two separate waiting areas, but also you can tell who's client because they'll sit closer to their barber when they're waiting.
They do that. That definitely be something they do.
Yeah.
They sit right next to them. You know what I'm saying? As close as they can, whatever available seat.
Or you get the one client that just stands and is like, I'm waiting.
Oh, God.
I'm waiting
it's so
for him.
annoying when they're standing. Like,
You're
sit
like, bro,
down.
is that bad customer service? Like, yo, you got seats over there?
Can you take a seat? You sit down?
The seats right there in the corner? Is it cool?
We have more seats in the back.
Or you move. I've done this. I moved the whole seat right next to him. Passive aggressively tell them to sit
Looking
down.
at him, here you go.
Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I was sitting.
I hate it when I clear something off like the bench for them to sit and they still don't want to sit. Like, I'd have moved all the stuff out the way for them.
Those are all great examples of customer service, by the way. Good examples. Good examples. You know.
Are you gonna hand them water?
I mean, you know, if you can go extra. Some people can go extra. Some places hand out beers and shots.
Yeah.
Those, you know, some. the
My nail
legality.
shop hands out champagne,
See?
mimosas,
So, and I've been in a
Yeah.
little.
pedicure.
Yeah, and then they handed me one, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What? This is fire!" Come back here again. You know what I'm saying?
One
So-
only though.
Yeah, I know. They did cut me off though, but
Hey, you should have a little backpack, bring your own out. Like, I knew y'all was going to do this.
man, I just feel like, so we've been in this game for so long, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like because I feel like when I first started, it was, I don't know, I had like tunnel vision for the customers. Now I feel like, 10, 15 years, once you're there, it's like, does it start to diminish a little bit, or does it
No.
kind of stay the same? Or
I
like,
think-
what do you feel like? You think goes up?
I think it goes up, and also, I'm never wanting to cut your clients ever, because the standards you set with your customer service, you.
Damn, what the hell? I thought you were talking about, I was talking about just in general.
No, I know.
Me?
but,
Hey,
yeah.
okay.
Because you make them very comfortable. It's like, I can't. Like, I don't have the patience for this. But it's great customer service, right? But I think it only goes up because you've set a standard for yourself, and you just learn, you know? And if you do that with one, you do it with all. And then every time someone... I don't think you can regress unless you're just regressing in life.
So then, so you set the bar, and then that's the expectation, no matter what.
For yourself, or, yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah,
like,
just in general. I think
Were
so.
you same, or how do you feel like? Because I got a concept on this, but go ahead.
I feel like, man, when you older, so when you coming up, you worried about cutting and getting skills, you know, and customer service second. But when you're like our point, cutting really is like mindless, you know. You don't really gotta think too much about it, so it becomes more about customer service, you know, how to, you know, keep the shit. So like, imagine being on top and falling off. Like, you 15 years in the game, you ain't booked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
10 years in the game,
Valid.
you ain't booked, and you've been at the same location type shit. Like, what does that say? It's probably not your cuss.
It's your
It's
customer
probably
service.
you. You know what I'm saying? It's probably you. You probably
Yeah.
ran them all off. You know. So like, definitely gotta be, as you get older, bro, or more in the game, I guess. All customer service, pretty much. You know.
Yeah.
You have to.
I mean, I feel like my patience for some stuff is a little bit shorter. I'm a little shorter fused. Whereas before, I was like you said, I was trying to build, so I feel like I was a little bit more
Accommodating?
not
A lot?
not just accommodating, like just patience and just able to withstand
Yeah.
more, like how we were talking about earlier, like, oh, this is kind of should be a self-explanatory
Right.
thing. Like, you should know this. My level of like, if I get two of those back to back, like, I can't get another one for the rest of the day because I might blow up. But like 4 o'clock, I'm blowing up.
Yeah.
And I got to be here for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those first two that happen is like, all right, this is a long day. I might start smoking again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had situations like that happen.
What do
Or
you-
not with me. Just
What do you do with
somebody else.
someone who's like switching haircuts on you in the chair and you're running on this booked out schedule? How do you customer service that?
And so,
do you limit it? Like, look, bro, or do you just fuck it? What do you do?
and that's a perfect
Yeah.
example of what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
if I get my first customer and he's on that, I'm cool with that. I get another one at noon, I'm still okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get a third one, it's a wrap. I think I might just pull a couple dreads out.
I'll ask them. I think that's when consultation skills come in. And then I ask them, what can I do for you? And if they have a beard, I ask them, do you want your beard cut too? I know you didn't book that, but do you want that too? Because I don't need an a la carte menu. Once I hand you the mirror, I want you to be done and not be like, oh, and by the way, can you? You know? Because at that point, I might not have the time. right?
Yeah.
To fit it in if I wanted to. But also, oh, just make me look good. No, you're looking in the
Yeah,
mirror.
that's
I
right,
need
it's
you
crazy.
to know what you want.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture in mind? Do you know what you want? Because I'm not going to try to read your mind as I'm cutting. Because I'll get annoyed if you change it up or be like, oh, no, by the way. I'm like, this is a whole nother haircut. Unless you want to pay me for a whole nother haircut, I'm not switching it up.
Have you done that before? Have you charged people for double?
Yeah, I did.
How many times can you count on one
No,
hand?
yeah, one hand for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
But also, it goes from the shadow fade to a ball fade. Oh, I wanted it like, can you
Can you get it shorter
skin?
right here?
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Can you take it higher?
I got a client, bro. This guy, he asked me for a low fade, and like he's like got a big ass head, you know, like so it's kind of like square shape a little bit too. So like, you know, and he wants it's like a slick back on top. So he's low fade, but then he's like, I do it, and he's like wants me to bring the back up, and so it's like, all right, now that's more of like a mid to high, and then I do it again after, bro. I'm already like low key behind.
Yeah.
Like next one sitting right there. Mm-hmm. And he's hit me with this, and I'm like, yo, you're just like changing up the whole haircut. Like, cause now I got to redo the fade in the back, the light area, you know? You're wasting my time, bro, like, you know? And then, so he just came back again this week, and he said the same thing, like, can we make it higher? From the jump, I already knew. So I just hit him high, boom, gave him the high fade. And then he still tried to hit me with can we bring the back higher? I'm like, you want an undercut? You want it to be you want an undercut, all right?
Yeah.
You know? Like, and it's just, I just feel like people just sometimes, like for him, I don't know if he just has to ask for something every single time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna touch
Yeah.
on that. in a
But
second.
like low key, I'll kick you out my chair, bro. Like, look, bro, you didn't come with a picture next time because this is what you asked for. I'm giving you what you asked for. Just exactly. We got through the whole consultation. Low fade. I thought you knew what a low fade is. And you keep telling me to bring it. So come with a picture so we can get on the same page next time. But yeah, this is what you got today.
Yeah, verbiage is critical. I hear it all the time. Can I get a taper fade? I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
Tell me what that is.
So I'm not doing my job if I don't explain to you what a taper is and then what a fade is. I have to explain to
Yeah.
you. I'm doing bad. That's bad because you're gonna go somewhere else telling me.
Right.
He gave me a taper fade. No, you didn't get
I
a
set
taper
him
fade.
up. I don't even tell him what it is. I ask him, you tell me what it is. Tell me what taper fade is.
Yeah.
No.
What I always
What is that to you?
Yeah.
Tell me what that is. You know what? Show me a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bring up a picture.
So then the picture, and then I get sometimes like a lot of times hair texture is what if I ever see complexities with this or like problems with this,
Yeah.
it's always because of hair texture, so
yeah.
to speak. So
Or
like,
maybe even hair density.
right.
Yeah.
And so you cut them, they're like, I want it to look like this, and then you cut them, and it's not gonna look like that. You know it's
Yeah.
not gonna look like that because they don't have that hair type. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's curly. They
Yeah.
both have curly hair, but it's not the same hair texture. So it's like you cut them, and you're like, dang. Actually, can you take it up a little bit more? Like, and it's like, okay, so then you kind of trying to
density too. Like sometimes like their hair is not as thick, so like the
Right.
blend's not gonna look. And like sometimes the corners so tapers, and I'm like, how do I explain that to you, bro? Like, do you not,
yeah.
you know?
Oh, I.
But
understand
that's-
it.
You do your best you can. I guess I can get it to kind of look like that, but that's probably sprayed also enhancements like.
And
Right.
that too. And that too. And then a lot of times they'll be like, I don't want no enhancement. I want it to look exactly like this picture.
Yeah.
So that's another part.
He's
Oh,
still got a
I
problem.
explained to them, like, first of all, your hair is different than this picture. This person has a different head shape even than you do. It's not gonna work. However, this might work better for you. I see where you're trying to go, but we might want to do this and keep it a little bit longer and maybe not take it that short.
So in that case, so we already spent maybe a minute and 10 seconds on the
Yeah.
minute 30 seconds on the consultation. Now you're already 10 minutes into the cut and another 2-3 minutes on the consultation, and they're still trying to maneuver their way out.
Maybe
of
they
it.
just don't know their own lives at this point.
I've seen it too many times with the newer guys. Even when I was younger and just starting out, I would sit for it'd be an hour cut for sure.
Yeah.
I was already slow cuts, but when
Yeah.
you got a person like that, it's double, damn near almost.
Right.
You know?
Sometimes they're asking the wrong questions too, like new barbers. You're asking questions that don't even really You got to get to the point. How do you want the bottom? You know what I'm saying? How do you want the top? How do you style it? Like get to the point. Because in your mind, they don't really know swirl and like all the other stuff you're gonna look for. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really be able to figure this shit out quick, so you could tell them whether it's possible or not, or recommend something else. Like,
Do you use product?
it's a quick 5 questions.
Yeah.
You know? Quick 5 questions. You know.
Yeah. Are you willing to take care of this? Are you going to use product? If you just cut off your hair that's been super long, I'm going to need you to understand that your hair has been trained to go in one direction in a back ponytail. So when I cut it off, it's still going to go back. So I'm going to let you know, or it's going to be standing up. You're going to have to lay it down, whatever. So this haircut that you want, you might not want it right now. Maybe in 3 weeks you want this. Let me give you a transitional haircut.
Right.
That's
Right.
the
I've
saver,
seen
the
that a lot of
transitional
times,
haircuts.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want a wolf cut, but then they're not even there. They're like
Yeah.
one in the back. Like, bro, it's gonna take you a couple
little
months,
bit,
yeah,
yeah.
at least to get there. So, yeah,
It's all about the consultation. It's not just going to be sometimes a minute consultation. It's trying to figure out what they are going to go home to and what they're trying to do, you know? And you got to ask them these pivotal questions so your job can be quicker. And they're more confident in you, you know what I mean? And then you can actually maybe manipulate what they want, because that's what they mean, like, give me what you think, do what you want, you know what I mean? So
Those are the best because you know they don't have they don't know what they want. So
Yeah.
you give them anything, give them a little fade, they're pumped. They're
Yeah.
gassed,
there's
you know?
been plenty of times I Jedi mind tricked them.
make them think that they want.
Yeah, and then
for sure.
also, oh, can you cut with shears and not clippers? Because if you cut
Yeah.
it with clippers, my hair texture changes. I'm like,
ridiculous.
okay. So I just grab the shears and I make the sounds around after. I'm like, but let me take out the bulk first with the clippers, and then I take the shears and just cut around the ears,
You better
like
hope your
in the
clients aren't
air.
watching this.
Yeah. I'm like, but they really think it changes their texture, and it doesn't, you know? Sometimes you have to trick them.
I got one for you guys.
Hmm.
All right, is it bad customer service to just assume that the person is getting? I've seen this before.
Hmm.
I think I've fallen into it like maybe once in a blue. You're regulars, and you just start. You don't even ask them.
Yeah.
Is that bad customer service?
No.
And they tell you, yeah, that's all, and it's like, because I'll still do it. Like, even though I'm like, so what we doing, man? And then they say, yeah, we're doing the same thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Boom.
If it's same, if all I look at them, we get into a conversation, we're like, same? Okay, same. And then we go back to the
Has
conversation.
it ever happened where you just started cutting?
Yeah.
That's happened to me before.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened to me.
It's happened to me, and they told me they was trying to grow it or do some different shit. Bro, I was like,
So-
next time.
Or like, especially like with the beard, when they grew out the beard, and then I'm like, oh, sorry for the goatee.
Yeah.
Or chin strap.
Sometimes I used to like if I couldn't tell if you were trying to go for a beard when I do my balding on the side,
Yeah.
I bring it like down, like
Yeah.
because I got to bald it out with the shavers, and so I wouldn't shave. I'd take all that off. And then like if they wanted a beard, like you can kind of stuck. It's just like a little mini. You don't got much to work with, like you got to really come out with the straight razor and stuff. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, I guess I don't know. If that's your regular, bro, you should be on the same page by now.
I mean, humans, we're
If you-
creatures of habit. So
Right.
it is what it is.
Especially
I
when
still
you
do
say
it.
same, and then you assume same, and they didn't say nothing.
When I'm draping you, I'm hitting you with, are we doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Most of the time it's yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
most
cool.
time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in business with everything going on, and you know how shop can get chaotic sometimes. That happens. I've literally take the ball, and then they're like, oh, I kind of wanted to do a shadow fade or something.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like have my clients trained at this point. Like they all kind of get the same haircuts. They all get the skin fade, whether it's lower high or tapers lower high. You know, like because if you're doing shadow fade, I'm probably gonna try to push that bald fade on you at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to do shadow fades. Like to be honest, I think it's pointless.
I'll do shadow fade, and then like convince them to getting tapers.
Skin tapers, sides
Yeah.
and back, yeah.
Yeah.
My shadow slowly gets shorter and shorter to the point where like it's almost a bald fade, but I'm not hitting you with the
First
liners.
notch.
Second notch. I'm starting off with second notch. You know what I'm saying? And then once I hit that razor line on the back, I can line it up. We're out of there. You don't even gotta do
Yeah.
tapers.
Is that bad customer service?
What you mean?
If-
That's
if-
upselling somebody.
that-
I think it's
that-
upselling.
That's not bad customer service. It's more like great customer service because you've given them something they didn't think about that they like because they keep coming back.
Yeah, no, it's
I
fine.
took him from the Hyundai to the Honda. The Hyundai to the Honda.
Nah, this is stuff that I see all the time. So that's why I'm just like, if we don't talk about it, I feel like we did this section an injustice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's three qualities? What's three customer service qualities that matter most?
I think, like I said earlier, for myself, professionalism, patience, and people first. You have to be professional at all times. You can't, at the end of the day, it's a business. It's your business. It's the business of the shop. You have to be professional. You just have to.
I think, like from cutting hair, you know, I think you gotta be like I said earlier, likable. You know, you gotta be nice, bro. Like I see grumpy barbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like they don't even want to be there. Like if I'm getting a cut and you're not wanting to cut my hair, why do I want to be here? You know what I'm saying? If it takes you, especially like I'll see, just chilling on the phone for a few extra minutes, and like I know what you're looking at. You're looking at Instagram. You're not looking at anything. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? But it's like that. You got to be friendly. You got you're not really want to be their friend, but you kind of want to be their friend. You know what I'm saying? Find out shit in their life. You know what the fuck they do from 2 weeks when I see you again. You know, just that type of shit.
And remember their name.
Say their name, like especially if they book an appointment.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing, bro. I have your name on the appointment.
Yeah.
You told it to me. Just hit them with it at the door. What's up, Meg or Mikal, Mess, whoever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What's good? You know, just simple things like that, bro. What about dusting the chair off and cleaning the area? Are you hitting them with that every time? 'Cause I feel like low key, I don't know. I got the little air duster now, so I just blow the chair off. You know what I'm saying? Easy.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it be just hair everywhere.
Oh
Sometimes.
no! Come on, Marcus.
On the back of the client?
No.
Oh,
bro, no.
because
But
that
like-
was the one thing.
Like I'll sweep like maybe like every client. I don't know. I have the little IVAC too, so it's easy for me now
What's the IVAC? What's that?
with the automatic vacuum where it sucks all the hair up for you.
Where you got it in the corner?
I got it. Well, we got one between a couple stations.
It's
Oh,
kind of
look
fire.
at that.
It's a lot easier. But like
Fancy, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Try to make
bro.
it easier now. You know,
That's
easier
dope.
for me.
Yeah, I feel it.
But like that type of stuff, like just kind of like cleaning the area. I used to be worse. It's not so bad
I
anymore.
think it comes with, for me, education. In beauty school, they were very, very clear on clean your station before your client gets out of your chair. Sweep up. You don't want them to step on the hair. And also for yourself, you don't want to slip and slide. You don't know what kind of
Yo, I've slipped, like not fell, but like you be
Yeah.
the foot really like go real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you know, trying to cut the top or something.
I clean after every client and sweep up the hair.
Yeah.
You know, and make sure your area is clean. You want them to feel comfortable
All right.
and coming in. But you also see the difference between people that learn that in school and people that they weren't taught
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah, yeah. Music too, music choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the biggest things I be having to do is atmosphere.
Yeah.
So music, what's on TV, and certain conversations.
Yep.
You know, so that's in terms of the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like in its totality, because I feel like I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I'm gonna do. If I have an attitude, some shit that's going on outside of work, I'd leave it at the door.
You should.
Somebody told
Everyone
me that a long
should,
time
yeah.
ago. It's like, yo, you gotta leave that at the door. Merv, you said, bro, just leave that shit at the door. Boom, and then you pick it right back up right as soon as you leave. That's
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Nobody needs to be feeling what you went through outside.
They're coming to you to feel better,
Right.
not to pick on your negative energy.
Right. So I know I'm doing that, but I can't control the other barbers and
Right.
what they're going to be able to do. I can lead by example. That's the best I can do, but that doesn't mean that they're going to do what I'm doing.
Right.
So then the biggest thing for me is like the atmosphere, the music. Those three things is the music, the conversation, and then what's on TV. So try to always keep the music edited. People say I'm corny for it, but I try to keep the music edited, and that just makes it so we don't have to change it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't have to change it. It's probably a courtesy. If some people walk in and the song is edited, yeah, maybe the content doesn't fit the people that are here. Okay, I could skip it, but it don't have to be changed.
Right.
It can be played. You know.
That's why I like ESPN being played
Yeah.
at the shop. No one is going to get offended.
Right. They might get bored, but that's because they've been there
Very
too long.
much.
Yeah.
They've been there too long.
Yeah.
It's like for the customers, it's like, yeah, you can't get offended by it.
Yeah. People get offended by watching the news.
And then
Or the
conversation. You know, like, yeah, we could talk about religion and things that you're not supposed to talk about in the barbershop, but you have to know your crowd.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you don't know your crowd, you're talking about, you know, your little nightly escapades and you're burning midnight oil and all that stuff, and you got kids and women in the
Yeah.
shop. It's like, you know, you just gotta know your crowd. So that's
Or older people.
yeah,
you
that
know.
too.
Older
Pastors,
people.
some
Pastors, yeah.
walks of life, they don't want to hear that either. So
And also, you don't want to be talking bad about a previous client that just walked out
especially in front of clients.
in front of or barbers. You don't want to talk bad about your own barbers that are working in the shop with you in front of clients.
Yeah.
Unless they're not there anymore. I mean, I guess then you can gossip.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Because all they're going to think is what's going to happen when I leave.
Right.
Yeah.
What they going to say? They're going to be scared, scared to do anything. They don't want to do anything wrong, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like it's it's just unnecessary.
I can't stand it when barbers eat at their stations. Like, go to the back room.
It depends.
It's
what it is.
dirty.
It depends what it is. I eat a Snicker bar.
Okay, that's different, but
Like a
I'm like
snack like that,
a whole
you know what I'm
like
Well,
a
yeah,
burger,
whole, yeah, I'm not doing that. You talking about like Red Robin?
something.
The fries
Not
and
Red
all-
Robin, but
No, I'm
McDonald's.
talking about like
maybe.
literally grabbing them,
Dipping
and sitting
sauce?
in my station. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
No, I'm not doing
I've seen that so much where there were times I told them, I'm like, can you just go to the back and eat? Is this necessary?
What if you ain't got no break room?
Go outside. You shouldn't be eating at your stations with your dirty hands, and you don't even wash your hands right after.
Sound like you're talking about someone specifically.
You know how many times I've seen it with different barbers? It's not just one person.
Couple people then.
Few people.
Okay. So you're talking about a couple.
Few. Mika included.
Mr. Red Robin?
that. I'm not eating no Red Robin in my station.
Let's get to it,
Dang.
huh?
This episode is sponsored to you by Zawadi.
No, but no, I think that's one thing. The food. If you're rushing and if you don't have time, just don't eat at your station.
I like washing my hands, so I like washing my hands before I eat.
Yeah, washing your hands and then
Before I eat. So.
Yeah.
And like if it's something that I could use just a fork, probably be okay, real quick, just a couple bites or something.
Yeah.
But like to fully eat it, I'm gonna try to wash my hands before I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or if you're breaking, break somewhere else. Don't break where your clients can see you.
like fully lay the barber chair all the way back, feet out. Maybe
And then
take my
talk to
left-
them while they're standing and you're like laying down.
Maybe take my left shoe off. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
No.
Why did you do that?
Because Merv is leading by example by doing it.
So like I'll just pop my head out in the back, or like I used to do it. I used to pop my head in the back. But I just pop my head in the back.
Merv, you were doing that with the. You were doing that a long time ago before with the e-cigarettes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On, Linwood. You been doing this shit.
Linwood.
Merv, and then and he would do it. And I'm like, Merv, and then you're like, no one saw it.
No, you
Yeah.
you subconsciously do it at the restaurant. You did it
Yeah,
at
you
Joey's
do
the
it
other
at
day.
the restaurant.
You did it at Joey's the other day. Yeah,
You do it everywhere you
Dog,
go.
you like,
Bars. I be following your lead. I'm like, shit, if he ain't getting kicked out, fuck it. We doing it. I'm watching your technique. He spin around. He blow it over here. I'm like, okay, we blowing it that way. Smooth, get mine out.
Merv would do it on a plane and then wonder why he got kicked off. See?
Get on, plane?
You ask him to never fly
bro.
again. You know that's
You
federal.
a thug, bro.
That's federal.
We gonna see a Karen moment with Merv gonna get thrown out.
Merv, shut up. You got a problem? Do you have a
They gonna throw
problem?
his ass like Jazzy Jeff. He gonna be out there.
Doctor, I mean,
Yo.
Uncle
hey,
Phil.
Yo. Throw him out. Oh, man. So
this guy's gonna get himself banned from everywhere.
let's get right into it. It's 2023. And cigarettes is just a thing of the past. If you still smoking cigarettes, you're a dinosaur. And I know because I be seeing y'all dinosaurs out there smoking cigarettes. And I used to smoke cigarettes for years. And y'all look like dinosaurs. But these days, you can puff a little.
Wait.
Go ahead, do one for the.
No.
We know what they are. The puff bars.
If you just popping the vape right there in the shop, just is that bad? Is that bad
Yes.
customer service?
Yeah.
I think it's a bad example too, because and I used to vape. I actually took this year to just completely cut it out, but I popped my head out the door, real quick. It's still a business, you know what I'm saying? It's still a business, and I want people to take me as serious as I take this business.
I also think it's very selfish for you to walk in and smoke whatever you smoke in your vape. You don't know if people are asthmatic, if they can handle it or not. It's just rude.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Just do it outside.
We don't even know the actual effects of it, so that's the reason why I kind of stopped. But
Yeah.
we don't know how it's affecting other people around
Exactly.
you when you're smoking. So I feel like as a courtesy, if you consider yourself a real business, if we walked into most businesses, they're not going to let you do that in there. It's an unspoken thing. Like,
It's not unspoken. It's, I think, illegal.
No, I don't know about the legality behind it,
Okay.
because you can do it inside in certain businesses.
You can't do it on a plane.
Right, but certain businesses, right?
It's a business.
That's what I'm saying. Certain businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But if I walked into a vape shop, they're gonna let me do it inside
They make you hit them at the smoke shop
Yeah.
to see if
Yeah.
they work before.
to make sure,
Yeah.
because they'll give you another one if it doesn't work.
Actually, when I worked there one day, I had you do it outside and then come back
Oh
in.
my gosh,
Is it?
low key,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
I don't understand. I mean, maybe because I'm not addicted.
I mean, you don't need no big ass clouds. Like if you hit the door and it's just boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously that ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
It lingers. I've noticed it
It
lingers.
does.
It'll linger, and then it dissipates after a while, but it'll linger for a while. So I just think it's just
Yeah. You kind of hurting yourself. What if you get a bunch of kids or like some old lady or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, some older people to come through, and you got clouds all throughout,
Yeah,
clouds all
just-
throughout the
yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
And they're like
chilling.
on an oxygen tank.
yeah, it's just doing a lot.
Yeah.
It could hurt you more than it could help you at the end of the day. So I think it's not cool.
What about when you stand there waiting for the bread, when they trying to pay you and you just kind of like looking at their wallet,
So rude.
waiting, wondering what they about to give you.
So
So you need change?
wait, that's after they gave it to you.
Yeah.
No, before they gave it to you, you just sitting there looking at them, pull out
Yeah.
their stack and just
Yeah.
stifle through the bills. Yeah, I think that's like looking at somebody's plate when they eat.
I think, yeah.
It's the same thing. I don't do that.
Just distract yourself and sleep.
I don't even think pulling out your money like is cool, like in front of the clients like that.
Yeah.
Like, when you got a big ass knot, you know what I'm saying? You trying to give them change, and you just like, yeah, bro, you gotta have a better system. You know what I'm saying? Something. Have the change set up aside from the rest of the shit.
I usually have change in this pocket and then the bigger bills in the other pocket or something
The
like that.
drawer.
Which pocket?
That bike.
Nah, for real.
But for real though, I do have it allocated like that, and it just makes it easy.
If you come to work in the morning with like $40 and change, you should be straight all day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I get
Like
change
100.
the day. I mean, shit, that's OD. I don't know. I don't never need $100 and change. But
Yeah.
40 for
Thank-
me usually saves me for my day. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
Thank you, Venmo. 'Cause
Usually that first customer is like,
I
yo,
don't have
you
to
got change
deal
for
with
100?
it too much.
It's always that first customer in the morning. You got change for 100? Pocket check. Pocket check.
I'll be like, nah, bro, I just got here. You my first one, man. What the fuck you doing with this? You got Venmo? Got Cash App? Zelle?
Is that bad customer service? Like, you know, it's Zelle only. Zelle only. I think that's bad customer service. You don't give people other options. Like,
Yeah.
Venmo only.
I'm cash only. What do you mean? It's
Cash or
2023.
Venmo only.
No, I'm saying, but like some people are like, I'm cash only, and don't give them another option. They don't have an ATM. Like we have
Oh,
the
yeah,
luxury.
yeah.
We had the luxury of having an ATM in the back, but it wasn't always we had an ATM in the
We
back.
had 7-Eleven across the street.
Across the street. I think that's bad customer service to tell somebody I'm cash only and send them all the way across
I'm not
the street.
even gonna lie.
It's
You
bad.
losing. You're losing on clients, bro. Like
Yeah.
clients are not gonna do that just for you every time. Like they're gonna go right next to the chair, the guy that has it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
'Cause we got a guy that does cash only, but everyone else takes everything. It's like, bro, you think they're gonna just stick with you? You know. Not to say we're stealing them, but bro, they're gonna have times where they're not coming with cash. And what are you gonna do? They don't got time to be doing this. Like like you said, have something else for them. You know?
Yeah, have something else. I
Have
think
something-
it's too.
I like to take the reins, and I was the first one to have a card reader. And I did card reading and cash. At one point, checks. Only with certain people, not with all clients.
I don't do the cards. I just do.
No, I don't do it anymore.
I don't do cards. Venmo, you get Apple Pay, and then I even got PayPal for the
I think you should have like 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 3 or 4 ways to get paid.
yeah.
But also, I think, given today's climate, clients will ask, "Would you accept?"
Zelle. I got Zelle too. I
Yeah,
forgot about
I mean, before they sit down, what do you accept and how do I pay? Or they call or text, whatever.
that. That's etiquette. Yes,
That's
for sure.
etiquette, yeah.
But not everybody. We know
Yeah.
everybody not civilized. So
And usually, like,
know
if
who
they
you
don't
are.
know, they'll watch what's going on in the shop.
Yeah.
They'll be
Yeah.
like, so are you guys? And they'll ask.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember a long time ago, I remember we lost this client over what kind of place doesn't take credit cards? And this is before these apps came around or card readers. And he was just a techie dude, and I've never seen him again. And he was a regular.
seldomly we'll get a couple
Yeah.
people that'll be like, because you know credit cards have their own. You can't send them to the ATM.
Right.
So they
I
have
actually
their
saw him
own-
again. Yeah.
I don't. Some of the people they'll be like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'll be like, we got ATM. And it's like, no, it's a credit card. It's like, oh, okay, I guess.
People will do that with their debit cards because they don't want to pay the fine.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So seldomly I'll get like
Right.
a new person. They'll be like, you guys accept credit cards? Like, no.
Or
Like,
fee-
card reader?
Mm-hmm.
No. Like Venmo, Cash App, or Apple Pay, and the other one.
Cash App, Venmo,
Zelle.
Zelle.
Yeah, I like Zelle.
I find Zelle to be too
It's
personal.
invasive.
Yeah,
it's a little
very-
invasive.
yeah,
It's a
it
little
is.
invasive. It's a little invasive. It is.
It's like full name and phone number.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know. Yeah, last four. Might as well ask me for the last four. Yeah.
Oh, your phone number.
Yeah. No,
Or
last four
bank
social.
account.
Like, you might as well
Because
ask
it's
me
your
for
bank
that.
account.
Like, goddamn.
It's bank account to bank account.
What about like smell and like your breath?
Clients,
Like,
please
not
come with
being-
your teeth brushed.
I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about I'm talking about barbers. Like
Them too.
I know some barbers got some.
Butters. The butteries.
I know why you not booked out. God damn, your breath stinks.
Or if you do smoke cigarettes, please wash your hands.
Yeah, so that's all about it. Yeah, all those things. Well, we already covered that. The vape took over.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like,
Dinosaurs is out of here.
I mean,
They're fossils.
We still got people that come in, bro, and I smell them as soon as they hit the door. I
Yeah.
can smell cigarettes. It stink, bro. Like, it's crazy from the world that everybody used to smoke to like now, like you don't smell that shit no more.
Yeah.
But they hit that door, and he sits right next to me too. Like this dude, he gets cut by the barber right next to me, bro. He smell like he's boxing his cigarettes right before he comes in. I hate cutting when he comes in, bro. It's just
Or-
you smell, bro.
barbers that smoke weed.
So yeah, what's up with? I mean, we in Washington. We in Seattle,
No,
Washington.
I know, but you don't. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't smell like it.
That's
You shouldn't be a cloud.
That's the thing. I've said that for long. Way before it was even legal.
Yeah.
Okay, since then, and they used to say like, man, can we just treat it like when we were in high school and we weren't trying to get caught by the teachers?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, can we go back to that? Like,
Do a little something at least.
like unless you was selling, you wasn't trying to smell like the loud pack.
Yeah. Don't hotbox. Don't sit in the car
That's
with
what I'm
your
Pretty
trying to
windows
say.
all
much.
up.
Yeah.
You sold weed, you trying to smell like it because you trying to get customers.
Yeah.
In school, that's how I got kicked out. Don't do that. But like just I feel like if we treat it like that, like you high.
Right.
Everybody else don't gotta know that.
Right.
I
mean, or take some edibles. I don't know. You don't have to smell
that's
like
not the
it.
same. That edible's way more intense.
Just air out. Like, just walk
Yeah.
around outside for a quick minute. Smell like outside before you come in.
Little bit of
Yeah, some cologne or something.
two sprays of some CD.
Lotion,
No
put
axe.
some gum in.
Christian Dior.
Yeah, the gum too.
The gum. Yeah.
Breath be
Breath
stink.
be banging.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And you're talking.
You know, vanilla carries out the smell.
Vanilla. Okay.
Vanilla scent.
So take a shot of Casamigos.
What?
It got hints of vanilla in it. But it'd be the same thing. Like if I was drinking, like
Okay.
you wouldn't want me to be. You know what I mean? If I'm smelling like it.
Yeah. Or food, certain foods,
Onions,
onions.
garlic,
For sure.
garlic fries.
So now, how you gonna help that though? If you go eat some pho, you should come back smelling like onions. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah,
Still gotta cut.
That's me. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
It is what it is, man.
And for a minute, I had the braces, so I couldn't even
Oh my
chew gum. You just getting onion
TikTok.
breath.
I mean, TikTok.
Yeah, but that's thinking I'm not doing that. I was just
Yeah.
cutting with onion breath, killing all vampires,
Oh my
everything.
God. That's garlic.
Oh, same thing. My bad. We also have to know how to turn it on and off, right?
Yeah.
Some people ain't here for all the little extras.
Read the room. Read your client.
Right? I believe that there's some people that they come for that raw individual. Mm-hmm. And I'm really able to speak on this now because I'm starting to cut at 8 a.m. And I'm getting these people that they want certain things.
Energy.
Like, yeah. You know what I mean? And like jazz. They want to hear jazz music. They don't want to hear Lil Baby at 8 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone does.
I mean, sometimes I'm driving here. I'm Lil Baby, Yo
Yeah.
Gotti, all that.
I'm definitely running that slower stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm at the age I don't even like listening to like rap like that all the time. So I switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Some neo soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Yeah. I like on Saturday mornings like funk music. Just
80s and
yeah,
Motown.
70s. Like just
70s.
what?
70s is too old.
Yeah,
Is it really?
it is.
me.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun.
For me, it's too old.
Yeah, man.
I feel old. Like the youngins.
You're gonna run all of our clients out of there, man. They gonna be trying to get up out of there. They gonna want the quick cut. Hurry this up.
There you go.
That's why you running them in 15 minutes. They trying to get out.
All right.
funny.
So we say the best for last.
Huh.
Get the negative out of there. Give me one recent bad customer service experience that you either had to deal with or you seen somebody else go through.
Recent.
Recently, yeah, like this year, 2023.
We had a double booking situation kind of thing where two people booked at the same time. But it's kind of his fault, but it was because he runs two different like booking systems.
Oh, like
Oh.
yeah.
So
Okay, yep.
That's
and
stupid.
the one that came second happened to be like a disabled, like he was a dad with like a disabled kid and like another kid. And he pretty much just was like, I can't get you. And like the dude had a wheelchair. Like you seen him like coming in struggling. And it's like a Friday or Saturday. And we're booming, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and he just pretty much, and it was just more the way he did it, you know? He was just kind of like disregarding a little bit, like, can't get you, you know, whatever, you know? Maybe someone else can get you type shit. But dude was kind of hot about it, you know? And he was just talking. And I don't know, just had to talk to him after that. Like, bro, you can't do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be more like accommodating, you know? You gotta-
Especially if you're running two to booking sites.
Well, it's kind of like the dude didn't actually have an appointment. He just requested the appointment and never checked back on the request.
That's the barber's
and showed
fault
up.
still.
That's what I feel the same. I think it's more, conversation could be had.
Yeah.
I guess, but yeah, we ended up getting him in. We ended up getting him. He only had an appointment for one kid, and we ended up getting both his kids and him in. So he kind of was happy at the end of that situation. He was like, that he's been there before, I guess, but we had to. The rest of us kind of had to scramble to kind of help out to make it still leave like a good taste in his mouth when he left, type of shit. Because he was kind of getting hot. He was getting loud. I'm like, damn, we're gonna try to get you in, but sorry about that. You know? But
yeah, that's rude.
he was kind of crazy.
You?
So recently, had a barber. He don't even work with us no more. But I find it interesting when you have like family members that come into the shop because you just assume that you're gonna cut that family member.
Yeah.
Well, in this instance, that wasn't the case. So dude came in. He was like relative of a barber that worked at the shop. He wanted to get cut by the barber that he's related to, but he has his kids, and his kids. He was like, I don't care who gets them. So, and he was in a rush. So his kids get cut by the other barber, mess his haircut up, and the dude he wants to get cut by his cousin, he's booked out, so he can't even squeeze him in technically. And then the dude that messed him up, he's outside, like, and nobody else could get him, and he's don't want to fix the haircut, low key. So he's outside, like, yo, like, nah, I'm gonna avoid the situation. I know what's going on. I'm gonna avoid it. After the cut finishes and everything, after he finishes cutting his cousin, he's like, yo, man, can you just squeeze my son in, man? Look, the line's messed up. Finish up the fade. So he does it, and the barber just sits outside the entire time. Doesn't ask what I messed up on. Doesn't ask.
Even after the fact with whoever fixed it?
At all. And then the cousin comes up to the barber, was like, yo, what do I owe you for the cut? He's like, nah, man, you good. You don't owe me nothing. So he felt compelled to give him the haircut for free.
Yeah.
But he already did the haircut and didn't even care to ask what he messed up on. I thought that was terrible. The way he handled the situation was just bad.
Yeah.
Altogether. If I could have, I would have stepped in. I was also in that same predicament where I was booked out. And we ended up dragging their son's cut out for like another 30 minutes an hour.
Oh my God.
That it should have. Even longer than it should
Yeah.
have. So, one thing that says to me though is that I feel like everybody at your shop should try to be at somewhat a good level. You know what I mean? So like that's what happens when you have somebody that's, and it is true. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and
Right.
that was the prime example of that. So it sucks. That dude's no longer working at the
Yeah.
shop, so it don't matter anymore. But
I mean, it does because it's a learning experience.
yeah, but he still comes. His cousin still comes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The dude's cousin still comes, and his kids still come. So I'm glad we didn't lose anything out of it.
Yeah.
I just, when I seen it, I was trying to like figure out how to kind of like address the situation without making them feel worse. Obviously, they feel bad. They don't want to come in the shop. You know what I mean? But trying to like figure out a way to like soften that blow. You know what I mean? That
Right.
sucks. You know what I mean? To be like, damn, I'm not even about to get paid for this cut. And he talking mad. The customers, the cousins, like talking mad. Man, how you call yourself a barber and all this? And I'm like, bro, can
That's
you
why you went
please
outside.
stop?
Like,
Can you please stop?
just
It's a tense
uncomfortable,
situation,
yeah.
And even my clients feel uncomfortable, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and all that. So it's just messed up. And the kid don't know no better because he's a kid. So he's like, I'm fresh, but
Right.
he's not.
Right.
So that happened not too long ago, and
Yeah.
it made me feel a little uncomfortable
Yeah.
for both parties.
That's very uncomfortable.
So, about you?
Just happened literally a couple days ago, but client walks in. Don't know. He knows who he booked with, but he doesn't know the barbers. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? You have an appointment? Yeah, with so and so. Are you so and so?
Right.
No, it's my first day here too.
Wait, what? That's what the barber said?
Yeah. And I'm just like, and he's like, oh, okay. it's a kid too. And I'm like, why the sarcasm? Like, this is so
Some
unnecessary.
people find that stuff funny, but go ahead.
I
I'm
know,
listening,
but
I'm
it's
listening.
just clearly the client didn't feel anything different, just sat down anyway. And then the barber that had the appointment with him was like, oh yeah, don't worry, I got you. But I just thought it was unnecessary. It was rude and unnecessary. Like, why? You want to get a laugh? Like, tell a joke or something. But don't make the client feel dumb.
I 100% agree with you
Yeah.
all the way. But I will say this: sarcasm is a love language for some people, not everybody.
Yeah, but let the client know you first.
Right? Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I think you got to check temperatures before you just go ahead and just.
We got a barber that'll talk about himself in the third person. Like, yeah, I
Oh
got an
my
appointment with him. He'll be like, yeah, I got an appointment with such and such. Be like, yeah, he'll be with you, and it'd be him. So yeah, he'll be with you in a second. Go ahead and sit down, and then you get done. He'll be like, all right, you ready?
Me could be with you in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awkward. What the?
But it's like you said, to him, it's a joke. Like, you know, it's
Yeah.
just, I'm like, bro, that ain't funny.
It really isn't. It would be funny if the people know you, you know.
At this,
but,
yeah. And
but not
yeah.
someone that just walks in that's
And that's the thing. His clients know him, so
Yeah.
like they'll laugh and all that. But like, I don't know. Like you said, it's kind of sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
take it easy.
Yeah. As long as it's, just not something that somebody can get upset or irate about.
right. But
You
you
know? Yeah,
you don't know this
yeah.
client that's coming in, and you
That's
don't know
true.
if they just had a bad day somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
Why rock the boat? It's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary.
Is it good customer service to give your customer some shit right when you come in? Like, you know what I mean? Some sarcasm?
If they know you, it's fine. I think it's all relative.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I see some posts on online. This one dude, he's like, he said, what you coming in for? He's like, oh, what can I do for a haircut? He's like, it's like, duh. Like, this is where we, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're coming in for a shoe service. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right. Like
So-
there's been times for me, oh, I have an appointment with Mess. Yeah, that's me. Oh, you cut hair? No, I just collect dust.
yeah. So, you know what I mean? So,
But at that
it's
point,
just
it's
yeah.
just,
gauging.
what are you
Yeah,
saying?
You gotta gauge. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta gauge.
I'm just here collecting dust.
Is it funny? Yeah.
And then I don't mind making them feel stupid then because you're now insulting me.
Yeah. Well, for our listeners at the crib and on the phones, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll definitely tune in next week with another episode.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
Deuce.
Bye.
That concludes this week's episode. Tune in next week and check us out at thebarbergame.com.